strong word. I don't want to say understands intellectually, but
Right.
within their heart understands that they are the Tao. Okay,
Wow.
so
That's beautiful. Thank you for that.
yep.
Thank you. Thank you.
He who is in harmony with Tao is like a newborn child. Its bones are soft, its muscles are weak, but its grip is powerful. It doesn't know about the union of male and female, yet its penis can stand erect. So intense is its vital power. It can scream its head off all day, yet never become hoarse. So complete is its harmony. The master's power is like this. He lets all things come and go effortlessly, without desire. He never expects results. Thus he is never disappointed. He is never disappointed. Thus his spirit never grows old.
Mm. Wow, that is so in tune with what I'm doing.
Always is. Always is.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow, can I ask you a favor? Can you do it again? Can you read that again?
Yeah, I'll read it again. Uh,
Thank you.
he who is in harmony with the Tao is like a newborn child. Its bones are soft, its muscles are weak, but its grip is powerful. It doesn't know the union between male and female, yet its penis can stand erect. So intense is its vital power. It can scream its head off all day, yet it never becomes hoarse. So complete is its harmony. The master's
Mm.
power is like this. He lets all things come and go effortlessly without desire. He never expects results, thus is never disappointed. He is never disappointed, thus his spirit never grows old.
That is beautiful. I really resonate with that Tao of the day. I really do. That really brings a lot of clarity through situations that I am floating through and moving through. And I really feel that a master's wisdom is like a newborn baby. Boy, do I feel that. I giggle at that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's very true. I like that. I do love that. I do love that.
So what stands out? What lines stand out
Oh,
or
what
what
stands
what
out? The
yeah.
wisdom is like a newborn baby. It doesn't know male or female. Its penis stands erect, and it is it is exactly where I am physically and emotionally. And it's not only stepping into my power, but having a power grow inside of me.
Yes. So this is like so intense is its vital power.
Yes, yes.
So intense is its vital power. And why is it intense?
Uh,
Because
yes.
yeah, go on.
No, no, no.
Why
I,
do you
I, I was
okay.
just my
Okay.
excitement kind of jumped
So
out
I
too
I
quickly.
yeah, I look at this like why is it so intense? Why is that intense? Because it has it, it's possible we can look at this as because its bones are soft, its muscles are weak, its grip is powerful
Mm.
as well, right? It can grab on to what is because it doesn't have preconceived ideas of what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
You know, we think the erect penis means, the union of male and female, and yet the child doesn't have that knowledge. And
Right,
so
right, right.
it it doesn't put that on its penis. It's just like, no, this is my power.
Yes, I love that. Yes, yes. Are you there?
I'm here. I
Oh,
just
okay.
sometimes I
I just
like
wanted to be
leaving
sure
space.
because sometimes my phone does. Sometimes my phone bleeps out. But when I feel this in the most intense of moment because I'm going through something, and the universe manifests your fears and your doubts and your positivity and all that beauty. And if you focus, depending on what you focus on, that's what you manifest. And manifesting where I am right now, that Tao is perfect to where I am because I am growing like that newborn child, and also within that newborn child's growing. So I love that the
Mhm.
two combined, and it just mimics how I have woken up into myself.
This continues to say, it can scream its head off all day, yet never become hoarse. So complete is its
Yeah.
harmony.
Mm.
And we can't do that.
No.
We're not in.
No.
we're not in that, we're not so harmonious that
Right.
we can do that.
Right.
And that doesn't mean that we're bad or
No.
we're in the wrong place. It means that we are living under the influence of other things. We
Mm.
aren't we aren't here completely as us Tao, right? We haven't touched the depths of the harmonious nature of Tao within us, because we get to see and associate with the body. We get to see and associate with manifestation. But manifestation is yet just another illusion that there's separateness.
Interesting. Interesting. So am I correct in saying that, so if I want to manifest, I know this is probably very simple, but if I'm trying to manifest more abundance in my life, so to speak, are we are where you're coming from is that it's an illusion because it's separateness from, am I
If
correct?
you became a master
Right.
at manifesting,
Right.
would you want to manifest anything?
I became
If you could manifest everything,
right.
would you want to manifest anything? Like, I think not.
Yeah, I feel you. I love that.
Right. And and I
I love
think
that.
that's the paradigm of manifestation. It keeps you in the illusion.
Right, right. I see what you're saying.
It keeps you believing you are the illusion rather than the God.
That's beautiful.
And so what this is talking about, right, in terms of harmony, in
Right,
terms of being in harmony, you are in harmony right now, experiencing the most amazing thing. And yet your desires, if you want to manifest something,
right.
are somewhere else.
Ooh, I like that.
Like, why not be here? You can
Yeah,
manifest anything.
yeah. Why
This
not?
is better
Yeah,
than manifesting, like,
yeah.
right? Because no matter how much you manifest, this is the surprise.
I love
This
that.
moment is exciting. You go ahead and manifest your money, you manifest your car, you manifest your partner, you manifest all this stuff, and guess what? None of it's good enough.
Mm, mm.
But this moment is yours
Right, right, right.
in harmony. The
Mm,
master's power is like this.
mm,
He lets all things come and go effortlessly without desire.
mm. Exactly. I meant that is so true. Yes, yes. Without you making me giggle, brother. You're making me giggle. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
And that giggle is coming from a very deep place. That is
Yeah.
beautiful. That is exactly where I am. Um, so in terms of me, I'm sitting here and I've never been on your
Mm-hmm.
space, in your space before, and here I am waking up, and the first thing it says, and I just go on to the app. I see the app and it says do the first thing you see, and I see you, and I said okay, I'm going through it. I'm going through it, and in manifesting that, so I manifest the moment of what I'd like to see. Does that make sense to you?
I mean, if you want to take credit for it, sure.
No. Well, credit for it, yes. In my head, the thoughts came and I followed my instincts.
Yep. Okay.
So
Yep.
coming here is a reflection of the instruction that I received. Does that
That's it. That's a very intellectual way of approaching a thing that cannot be understood completely
interesting?
intellectually,
Yeah.
right? So
I
so
love
so you are getting into the same, like, this is not like I do it. We all do
right.
it, but
Right, right, right,
in the
right.
way that you're expressing it, it's like, okay, like, we can talk about this, because what ends up happening is we want to, you like, there's this power, right? This power of acting upon the world.
Right, right.
And so we believe that that is how interaction happens,
Right.
but it's not. It's
Mm,
actually mysterious.
right,
And
right.
it's not that we can't ever understand it, but
Mm-hmm.
if we try to understand it, we won't.
Yes, that is. an innate truth that I have learned.
So
Just be,
I
just be.
I
Yes,
like to look at it like you drop a quarter in between the cushions of the couch,
yeah,
and as soon as you put your hand in, it goes further.
yes,
And it goes
yes.
further and further and further and further and further. And the thing is there's no end to that.
Right,
But your reach can only go so far.
right. That is very beautiful.
And
That's
so looking at the coin and saying, there it is.
there it is.
And
That's
maybe
beautiful.
that's where it wants to be.
Yeah, maybe. I love how you say that, and I want to say thank you to this. This is a very beautiful. And I may I ask, how long have you been, and focused on the Tao as being that, how long have you been following the Tao or focusing on the Tao?
Uh 20 years.
That's beautiful. And I say this is a very wonderful space. Again, you don't need my kudos, but I love the energy of the space. And I'm so glad finally, and it's very appropriate into the moment that I have sat down and just sit down and dinner towel with you. It is so appropriate. So I want to say thank you for clarity. And I'm going to use this beautiful energy to continue to create my day and allow that, whichever it is that we don't understand, to continue to guide me. And I send you love, brother. This was beautiful.
Oh,
Thank you.
I'm so grateful for that. I want you to know that there are four more little lines. If you wanted
Oh,
to pop back on, we can
oh,
wrap this up.
please, please.
So what the lines say is he never expects results,
Right.
thus he is never disappointed. He is never disappointed, thus his spirit never grows old.
Boy, I feel like I feel that on 100% level. I don't feel like I've grown since, and I know you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
I I have moved from space to space, and I just let it be. And I think
You just dropped, you can come back, of course, and just land that. I just, I really like to finish these because that is such a big point, like your spirit never grows old. And
yes.
that happens because you're never disappointed. And you're never disappointed because you never expect results.
And, it took, again, I can't say that I've seen myself go through these things. I've seen the universe do its thing. And however my journey has come, I have gone through a lot, no more than others, no less, I'm just saying. And I've learned to just let people be, and when they be, then I be. And however that maneuvers, I can tell you that a lot of people have always said your laugh and your being is youthful, and perhaps that is why, not expecting anybody to be who they are, and then I just do what I do, me. So that is such a beautiful mirror for all of us.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful mirror to look at that and say, you know what? Because that's one of the things that we do, that depletes your energy when you expect something to be here and it's not there. It's a little below or above. We get so caught up in the non-specifics of why is it not here instead of here? Because I expected it and I manifested it to be right here, and it teaches you humility. You are not in control. You are part of this beautiful wave, and wherever the wave lands, it's not up to you. It really isn't. And it's a beautiful reminder of how small I am in the ocean of life, but how big I am in my own body.
that's
How
right.
how you know what I mean?
Yes. Thank you so much. This was
Thank you.
beautiful. We
Thank
wrapped
you.
that up beautifully.
Thank you so much. I send in love all to the listener, and I said this is a really great space, and I send you blessings to continue to do it because it's really beautiful. Thank you very much, brother.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to bring Veronica on. Veronica's new, and I think we're going to end after that because that'll be 8, and that's plenty for today. Veronica, how are you doing, love?
Oh, well, good morning. I'm doing very well. Thank you. I just jumped in right at the end of the last lady speaking. I am
Mm-hmm.
very new, and so sometimes I push buttons that I shouldn't be pushing, but that's okay. It actually worked out very well. So,
So
me-
you're new to Tao of the Day, is that true?
say that one more time.
You're new, like have you experienced Tao? Like you haven't been up with me, I know that, but have you experienced Tao of the Day before here on Wisdom?
I have not. I have
Okay.
not. This is my
Well,
first experience.
all right. Well, let me give you a little primer. Are you familiar with the Tao Te Ching?
No, I'm not.
No. Okay. So the Tao Te Ching is an ancient text. It was written 600 BCE. And so that's about the same time scholars say that the Old Testament was being written.
Hmm.
Okay. So it's considered an ancient text. And it consists of 81 chapters or verses that talk about how to live a reasonable life. There are many ways of translating Tao Te Ching from Chinese to English. And one of the ways is the canon of reason. This is the collection of writings in order to help live a reasonable life. It's
Hmm.
not a religious text as much as it's a philosophical text that centers on the Tao, which is the great void that yielded the universe and then
Hmm.
everything within it. Okay, so it is the highest feminine, and then the universe would be like that masculine god, right?
Right.
Inside of the great feminine. So this is a feminist, not feminist text, but is a text that puts the feminine, the void, the substance of all that is at the center of its understanding.
Certainly.
And so, if what I ask is that, so this is a 15-minute kind of block of time that you and I can discover one of the chapters together. And what I ask is that you come up and pick a number between 1 and 81, and then we'll read that verse together. You'll give
Oh,
me,
this is wonderful.
you'll give me your initial take. I'll respond possibly, and then we'll go through it line by line so that we can understand it a little differently or a little deeper, and usually these will connect to things that you're going through. So it's kind of like picking a card and getting your cards read a little
Certainly.
bit. So,
Certainly.
do you have a number?
I do. I do. Can I just say, I think it's quite interesting that I landed on your page. I think that nothing happens by mistake. Um, I am very familiar with a lot of other things that and I can't even pronounce it correctly, but
Tao
it's
Te
something
Ching.
that I have been interested in. So my number is 3.
3. Wonderful. If you overesteem great men, people become powerless. If you overvalue possessions, people begin to steal. The master leads by emptying people's minds and filling their cores, by weakening their ambition and toughening their resolve. He helps people lose everything they know, everything they desire, and creates confusion in those who think they know. Practice not doing, and everything will fall into place.
I just laugh because you are right. It definitely falls in line with answers that I'm seeking. It falls in line with opportunities that continue to present themselves. I like the last part um, that said, what is, I'll ask you
Practice
please.
not doing, and
That's it.
everything will fall into
Practice
place.
not doing. I have just flown from Oklahoma to LA 2 days ago.
Mhm.
I left Oklahoma in a tornado storm. We had tornadoes on the ground. And as soon as the plane started to ascend, we experienced great deal of turbulence. And
Mm.
so I said, I'm just going to meditate. And I like to do the practice of going kin to sleep, and to get warm and fuzzy inside. And so I thought I would just meditate to escape the storm outside.
Yeah.
And as I was meditating, I realized I've been waiting for myself to create space to hear my own answers from within.
Hmm.
And in that moment, I was overwhelmed with emotion in realizing that that's something that we do in our humanness. We feel like we have to do, 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 which takes us further away from the one thing that we're all needing, which is just space and time with ourselves.
Hmm.
And I actually journaled about how it's very unfortunate that it takes us, it takes unfortunate circumstances in some situations for us to find that space. Wow.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You know, and as you're saying this, like we start going through this line by line, you know, and I see right at the beginning, if you overesteem great men, people will become powerless. Now, overesteeming great men is a way to say it, but if you overesteem anything,
Right.
if you overesteem your desire for a certain lifestyle, if you overesteem ideas, if you overesteem religion, if you overesteem anything, you become powerless. And as you're speaking, I can't help but think that until you learn that you are at the core and that you are important and that you are the thing that you're living for, you have less power than you will until you do.
Very accurate statement. A practice that I'm actually in the process of learning right now.
You know, and then it continues. If you overvalue
Seeing where
possessions,
that
people
power
begin to
is.
steal.
Yeah. Wow.
That's a big deal because what are your possessions? Some of your possessions are your thoughts. And as soon as you have a thought, and if you overvalue that thought as yours, not something that came to you, as your possession, the minute someone else says it, you freak the fuck out.
Right.
Like
Right.
that's it's mine, girl. Like, you shut your face. Like,
Right.
and then all of a sudden, the whole world, like now it's like someone's stealing from you, right? It's not like stealing, obviously, but when you overvalue a possession you have, the first thing that can happen is it could get lost
That's right.
because you have put so much value on it. Now there's fear, and as QueenBdivine was talking about, manifestation kind of, well, are you afraid of that? Let's go ahead and test your resolve, as we
Right.
talk about later. Test your resolve. The master leads by emptying people's minds and filling their cores, by weakening their ambition and toughening their resolve. Ambition is
Mhm.
easy to come by. Resolve needs practice.
That's the practice. It's the practice. And I feel like that's where the discipline comes in. The discipline of self is in maintaining and continuing the practice.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Like building that resolve, toughen. Like, I love that, right? Like, a lot of people in this world today, like ambition, 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 ambition. I love it when we can look at this and say, we want to weaken your ambition and toughen your resolve. Be here.
Yeah.
Don't want to change the world for your sorry ass because
Right.
you can't deal with what's going on around you. They're going to do what they do and they have a right to do it, just like you have a right to do it. And you have a right to have resolve in this moment. And if you
This
always
is
think like, I have ambition to stop other people and I'm going to do that, or I'm going to change other people, continue. Sorry.
no, it just it raising a bit of emotion because this is exact place that I'm in right now in my life. Great ambition, but humbling myself through other service of philanthropy, and because it's not about me always having the thing, it's about what's rewarding and fulfilling internally, and these acts of service are the most rewarding and the most fulfilling and the most uplifting, and it just feels really good. And this call today, I mean, it's just more evidence. I love it.
You know that I was just texted by a fellow wisdomer, Andy Scarantino, who is another great mentor here on wisdom, and she texted me the quote from Ram Dass. I believe it's from Ram Dass. Ambition does to intuition what what a weevil does in a granary, and that's just
Mm,
dissolves your ambition. Like your ambition will dissolve your intuition. Like, you want to live in this place where you can intuit your next move. You don't want to always just like utilize your ambition to overcome the world around you and because like once you start using ambition, you start to really plan out how you're going to do what you're going to do. But the thing is the universe is telling you what to do as long as you can sit in your heart. You
That's
can
it.
be in that place. Empty your mind and fill your core. Your mind has all that ambition. In your core lies that intuition and the resolve to be here now.
Absolutely right. Absolutely.
So special
And I
thanks to
really
special thanks to my special
appreciate this
buddy.
talk.
And
Yes.
he helps people. Recording in progress. He helps people lose everything they know, everything they desire, and
Mhm.
creates confusion in those who think that they know.
Good morning. I think you're on mute. Let me go ahead
I
and
apologize. I was
No, quite all right.
unmuted.
Thank you, Martin.
Absolutely.
This morning. Thank you for this time. And I will definitely see you again soon, I'm sure.
Yes, thank you.
I think we're still mute.
Okay, so I'm going to finish just chatting about that. She had a meeting to go to, obviously. So he helps people lose everything they know, everything they desire, and creates confusion in those that think that they know. And that's a big deal, right? Like this idea that like it creates confusion. Everybody that thinks they know, just shut up, just shut up. Like, you don't know. And that's a great message from like all of our things today. It's like, do you know what's going on? Yeah, wrong. Like every single verse that we traversed today was really about like, don't think you know what you think you know. Like, let it go. Practice not doing, and everything will fall into place. Just be here now. Once again, I'm Martin John. Thank you so much for joining me for Tao of the Day. Such a beautiful, such a beautiful selection of 8 chapters that we covered today, everybody. All the new folks that came, man, that was fun. I really appreciate everybody that came up. Marci, I know you were on, and I feel so bad that we didn't that I didn't get to you. But we'll catch up at some point soon. I'll definitely jump on a talk of yours very shortly. Um, all right, so I have workshops coming up. Not next week, but the following week. You guys are going to want to join that because that is going to get you to a place where you can recover yourself. You don't have to be so surprised every time you come on the Dow and go, damn, that's right. It's just like, yeah, well, of course it is. Martin John's got your back. Like, come up to these workshops. Definitely, if you benefit from the work that I do, send me a tip through Venmo at @MartinJohn_Garcia. I am here and always wanting you to be you 100%. I don't want you to be anything else. I want you to do what comes natural to you. Thank you all for joining me. And until next time, keep recovering yourself.